Now we all know in the world of Ben 10 that it's pretty simple. A kid gets in contact with an alien device, gains superpowers, becomes a superhero that can turn into a variety of aliens. But I am finally here to make my own take on what my Ben 10 universe would be like. It's called the Ben 10. I know it sounds dumb. But trust me, by the end of this, your opinion might change. Or your opinion, this might get worse. So, starting off strong with what my omnitrix would be. Now, there are different types of omnitrixes in the Ben 10 universe. I'll name some. The Ultimatrix. Oh wait. Yeah, I mean the Ultimatrix. And the Carnatrix, the Carnatrix is more of like a fan-made thing. But I introduce you to the Omnitrix prototype. Now, the origins of this Omnitrix, it was created by Azimuth, but it's a prototype, so it of course has a lot of flaws that later the actual Omnitrix the actual Omnitrix that Azimuth actually sent to Earth would have already covered. So let's start with how it would look. You see, it looks more reddish, and it gives more of albedo vibes from Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. And it also gives vibes of the timeouts of the Ben 10 aliens. Like the Omnitrix glows red when the time is up. But of course, this version is red. And the timeout is actually white this time. Okay, this prototype Omnitrix, and I'm also going to be going into full detail on what it is, and things that it's good at and flaws that it has. This prototype Omnitrix, of course, you know the basics. You hit it with your hand. You hit it and it gives you whichever alien you want. But there are also some settings and softwares, like the most obvious one, DNA sample recording. Now, this setting allows the user to scan any alien and gain a sample of that alien, so the user can become that alien that it's scanned. So there are also other things there are also other softwares like safety mode, cause and this mode allows basically for the user to have the Omnitrix send a blast at enemies in case the enemies try and steal the Omnitrix. And now we're going to be moving on to the flaws. One flaw is, since it's the prototype, it's not completely supposed to be perfect. And one flaw is sometimes it will give the user the wrong alien. Sometimes it will give the user the wrong alien than they're used to. Because, what I mean by this is, say, you, picked a random alien, and when you activate the Omnitrix and try and turn into that alien, the Omnitrix gives you a different alien. That's basically the point. So that's one flaw that is going to be very important. And also, I'm also going to be incorporating another thing. Another flaw is between sometimes the omnitrix, this prototype omnitrix also sometimes does some weird stuff. Like, for example, sometimes it will automatically just start switching the users between aliens randomly. So yeah, that's basically the thing. I guess I've gone through all what this omnitrix can do. So moving on to the aliens. First up, I would have a pyronite called Pyroheat. Pyroheat is, of course, like I said before, a pyronite. This pyronite is pretty simple. It's like most average pyronites, so I don't really have to get much into detail. So moving on to my Bulbamancer. My Bulbamancer will be called Feralis. Feralis would be much more faster than the average Bulbamancer, and its senses would also be higher than the average Bulbamancer. So, and the next thing is the Petrosapien. My Petrosapien will be called the Kristen. And it's basically, it's kind of already easy to explain. He controls and uses diamonds and creative in different ways. So, not more detail on that one. Okay. Now the Kinsilin. Now for some of these names are still going to be from the original Ben 10 series. So the Kinsilin I have would be called Velocity. So this alien is gonna be faster than a normal Kinsilin, because this Kinsilin Velocity will be much faster to speeds that are above light itself. By moving really fast, he can stop time in its tracks, and also run across multiverses like it's his average speed. But of course, Benny holds back this because he doesn't want to disrupt any future timelines. So yeah. And the next one we got is Benny's Lepidopteran. Did I say it right? Lepidopteran. So we have his Lepidopteran called Venomara. This alien, like Stinkfly from the original, can use its toxic sticky goo or whatever to dismantle or distract opponents, and also has a tail and wings. And we also have the Galvan. The Galvan alien Benny would be called Brain Spark. This alien wouldn't be used for combat, but would be used more for planning and strategy. or more intelligent-like things, since this alien is intelligent-based, not meant for offense or defense purposes, of course. Now, okay, so the conductor I have would be called overcharge. Anyone? Anyone? That's what I thought. Okay, so also it's kind of hard talking this much. Next up, the Aburian Pelorata will be called rollout. Now with this, in its average speed, with just barely rolling, it can reach up to the average altitude of a normal Iberian Pelorata. I'm sorry. And if rollout actually does make it to high altitudes, it's a beast to be reckoned with. I am not joking. Once I release the first episode of Benny 10, you will see it. You'll see the full extent. Okay. And also, to get into more detail on this, my galvanic mechamorph would be called tech grade. Now, tech grade would be get attached to tech to increase its value or increase its uses or something. While I'm also being pretty hard to catch, in my opinion. Also, the next and last alien that we're going to be talking about is the Tetramander, which I called Quadrax. Quadrax would be a physically strong alien. This, now, just by moving its arms really fast, it can create craters that do devastating damage. And that's basically all.